Askreddit. r/askreddit by Reddify. Teenagers of Reddit. What is something you want to ask adults of Reddit? What will the biggest change be between the age of 16 and the age of 23? Everything will change. Literally everything. This is so true. The best thing you can do is be open to it. I just turned 23 and have spent the last 5 years getting the degree I wanted when I was 16. I haven't found it interesting or even tolerable for the last 3 years. But I'm only admitting it to myself now that it's too late to study something else. If you're itching to make more games for you. I'm joking, kid. Please carry me out of bronze. Are you still friends with your friends from school? No. Not really. I'm 40 and only retain a couple of old friends from that far back. I've made new friends though work and interest groups. Shoot. I'm 21 and haven't seen anyone from high school in over a year, except for my HS sweetheart. The biggest thing I can offer to teens, as a near retirement age man, is don't confuse the actual reality of life with the representational life you see on TV, in the movies, or on the internet. Real life is never the same. Or are the subtleties the same as real life? If you cheat on your significant other, they will duck and leave you. They don't understand you. Or let it slide. Or hit like that. Some duck ups in life take a long time to recover from a failed relationship, an abortion, a death, getting fired from a job. The main thing in life is to try to get what's going on, what you truly want to do in life and get out of life, and what it actually takes to get there. Plan your life like an engineer. Or at least don't get pissed if you don't and it happens unexpectedly. And wear your duck-eyeing seatbelt. How many adults smoke pot? I know in college it's fairly common. Wondering if in the real world it's as common. I work in a corporate office setting where the owner of the company makes more in 2 months than I do in a year. Not only does he smoke weed, but he's fairly open about it. My first ever job was at McDonald's. The owner of the franchise would come in stoned and do taste tests and order a hit load of food from the menu. Taste tests? I like that. I'm 19. What age is appropriate to tell your parents that you're sleeping over at your boyfriend's as opposed to making up some lie? Never. As long as you're living there. As a parent. Perfect answer. We don't want to know. Q1, do any of your actual teenage ambitions come true? Q2, do you ever wanna go back to being a teenager? Q1, yes. But not in the way I had envisioned. Q2, duck no. On the first question I was worried I would be a virgin and alone forever. Now I've been in a relationship for over 3 years. My hopes came true. I just didn't expect my relationship to be with a man. So definitely different than I imagined. How do you pay taxes? I'm literally going to not know how and get arrested. TurboTax.com. Seriously. I was stressed about it too. TurboTax makes it laughably simple. Especially for young people that won't have to worry about anything complicated. Your jobs and bank will send you envelopes towards tax time that say important tax info enclosed. Keep those when you do your taxes. Those documents will say what kind of form they are. Like 1099 or whatever. They will be divided up into labeled boxes and TurboTax will just ask you to copy those values. That's literally all there is to it. Is college worth it? /u/constabler me chips had a good answer to this on another comment. Depends on the profession/career you want. Doctor/engineer/other STEM career. Absolutely need a college degree. Any creative profession like writer, artist, musician, probably not. Tradesman like plumber or welder, get vocational training and apprenticeship. Edit, this is just a basic general answer to a basic general question. You are always going to be better prepared for a position if you have a degree. I get that. But Op is asking, is it worth it, to which the real answer is, it depends. Second edit, you duckteds won't quit replying about how you have some job in music or arts and you have a degree and you're much better off with a degree. I get it. Like I said in my first edit, in an attempt to get you people off my ass. You are always going to be better prepared for a position if you have a degree. Disabling replies so I don't have to read about your ducking music degrees anymore. Although having a college education does help with being a writer. I'm both a teen and an adult. But my question to older adults is, do you ever start to know what you're doing? Do you ever stop improvising this whole adulthood thing? Just turned 30. Have a wife and toddler son. A great job, where I get respect and a decent paycheck. And own a small business. I have no ducking clue what I want to do with my life. What do you wish you had known at 18? How to self-advocate. You immediately transition from a world where obedience is very highly praised to a world where you are now a participant in a much more adult conversation about what the hypothetical proper way to behave is. People expect you to decide, in most cases, what your needs are for yourself, and you have to be vocal about them, and know when it's simply not okay to let yourself be bullied into submission. What your needs are for yourself, and you have to be vocal about them, and know when it's simply not okay to let yourself be bullied into submission. Literally my biggest struggle right now at 21. Like, I don't want to be rich. Change. Do it. Even if it means staying in school another year or two. How did you spend New Year's Eve 1999? I was 12. Banged pots and pans, and waited for a death most certain. My family also bangs pots and pans. It makes for some super weird half-siblings. But hey, it's tradition. Is the university course that you're doing at the moment more stressful than high school? 10x harder. But also 10x more rewarding. This is the best way to put it. You get to choose what courses you take, so you have more vested interest. 17 here. 18 in a month. What should I start learning/doing? Edit, thank you for all your replies. Very useful information here. And just to let you know, I'm from the UK. How to use a laundromat and not ruin your clothing. Rudimentary cooking and meal planning. How to budget on cash only. How to check your car's fluid levels, tire pressure, and lights. How to ask for help when you actually need it, not when you don't feel like doing something, or way after you snowballed out of control. How to forgive people who piss you off or hurt you. How to take criticism and do exactly what you are asked to do. I'm serious, these are the things that are most necessary for surviving your 20s. I'm 22. Maybe I should look into some of those things. Tomorrow. Those who are married and with kids. How do you make time to play video games? There is always time to play video games. Might not be the marathon sessions of adolescent years and you can't let it interfere with the important things. But you can always fit it in. Great stress reliever, and eventually you can play with your kids. Until they get better than you and school your ass. Just ground them. How dare they disrespect the guy paying for their electricity, internet, PC, smartphone, clothes, food, education etc. No, ridiculous, and be self-centered. But I can't just lay down to everyone. How the duck do I make new friends? At school I was essentially forced to socialize and it all seemed so easy. As I enter young adulthood, meeting new people seems impossible. Work helps a lot. You will have less wide social circles, but usually deeper relationships. Also, if you have hobbies, clubs, gym, hobbies and work. Does it get more lonely as you grow older? No. You just learn there is a difference between being alone and being lonely. If you are a social person, when you are younger then you will tend to be one as an adult. It's just how you meet people change. I was not very social, and felt lonely, I guess. Now I have a very small circle of friends, but ones I know I can count on at the drop of a hat. We would all do anything for each other. I have my husband and my family. My brother, sister and myself have all become parents this year, so we have gotten a lot closer over our mutual need for caffeine. Still, I like my alone time, and actually look forward to it. So everyone has dreams. Did you give up or keep trying? If you gave up, what was the moment that made you give up? Your priorities change. When I was 15 over 16 I wanted to be rich and powerful. Now I want to be happy. That means working a job that doesn't stress me out and pays me enough to spend time with the woman I love. You could be rich and powerful and have a fulfilling, happy life with the woman you love though. What changed in you for you to be like, nah, forget money and power? Or was it more of a subconscious change? Sorry, I'm just really curious because personally, Imagining myself abandoning my dream is a lot scarier than imagining my death. Edit. Would really love to hear from someone who is still chasing their dream and is happy. Or someone who has achieved their dream. How do you feel? Is it as good as you imagined it to be? Was it worth it? Should you wait to have a good extra chunk of money before having kids? Yes. But also figure out if you even want kids. I always thought I would be a mom by 25. I turn 25 next month and there is no way I'm ready. Maybe in 5 more years, or never. Does it turn out okay in the end? The sweet caress of death will make everything okay. Is life really as depressing as most make it out to be when you leave school? Nope. Once you're out of high school you get to make your own decisions. You stay out late whenever you want. Sleep in whenever you want. Eat whatever / whenever you want. You can travel when / where you want to. The thing to remember is these choices have consequences, both good and bad. My first year out of high school was great. My first year out of college was even better. I graduated high school 3 days ago. Got a job the same day. They started me at $10 an hour. I decided to quit drinking and quit smoking a few weeks before I graduated. I'm feeling very fulfilled and motivated to keep becoming a better me. I decided to pursue a degree in teaching. I feel like my life has improved vastly in the last 3 days. How accurate is do what you love and you will never have to work a day. Choosing a job is hard. Cry. I do what I love in my job. And I still feel like I'm working. Even your favorite hobbies you wouldn't necessarily do 8 hours a day straight. It's still work. I have friends who work jobs that have nothing to do with what they like. And they enjoy their jobs nonetheless. Also regarding choosing a job being hard, looking back on younger me and how stressed I was with finding the perfect job quickly, I would advise that you work a job which isn't perfect and see where it takes you. There may be aspects that surprise you and lead you somewhere new. I'm 30 and only recently got to where I ideally wanted to be. And for the last decade I've worked some terrible jobs that I